Hi guys, James Wilson-Taylor here for Roxanne. We are backstage at Download Festival 2022 and the lads from Black Veil Brides join me now. Gentlemen, how are you?
How you doing, Cease?
I'm doing great.
Good?
Yeah.
Is that
great.
close enough to his face?
Yeah.
I mean, you tell me, Mark. Is it definitely close enough to his face?
Is that good if I just go right up there?
Eat that mic for sound quality. That's what we like. Back at Download, let's start where, shall we? Because I know we've spoken before about how important this place is to you and important this festival has been to you guys over the years. Must be kind of nice to be able to finally, after all this time, be back here.
Well, we never left. We stay in this field year round.
I knew that tent was you.
They
I
only
knew
ask
it.
us to come back to actually play the show every couple of years, but we're always here.
Just dining at the
pandemic was
burrito
rough
stand.
because we had to wait a long time. We're up in the Ferris wheel up there. They keep it up, and we just sit up there. No, it's really exciting to be back. I mean, this is like home for us in so many ways. You know, like just even walking in to like the trailer area backstage where all the band stuff is. It just feels like coming home, and it's really exciting. Obviously, today playing with Kiss, there's the big Kiss Army logos on the stage. Like it's a joy. What do you think, Cease?
Yeah, we've been talking about this for years, and it's delicious.
He wants the logos.
Yeah. No, it's good. You know, we've been waiting, throughout the whole pandemic
Yeah,
to
of
come
course.
back and play for the fans and, see you guys. And here we are.
I'm back in the UK as well, which has always embraced you guys so well. And, it's been a minute. It's been a minute since we've had a Black Veil show over here. It's kind of nice.
It's crazy. We were talking about it. Now, obviously, we were hoping to be able to say something definitively by the time we got here, but post-pandemic world is still pandemic world, whatever you want to say.
Sure.
Things are slower to get together, but I will say this. We're very close to finalizing everything for the UK headline tour, so we'll be here.
Fantastic.
We'll be here sooner than not. I don't know. We'll be here. We're coming back, and we're very excited. You know what's funny? Last night we get in, go to the passport control at the airport, and before I hand my passport to the guy says, "Oh, hey, Andy." And I go, this is not like a humble brag, but he goes, "You guys haven't played here in a long time. Like, what's going on?"
That's so good.
And I was like, I can't tell you anything. So I'm just going around like saying that I can't say anything to people.
He's like, I'll let you in, but only if you promise you're coming back soon.
Yeah,
That's
exactly,
it. I'll let you in, but
That's
I'm going to
how
let
I
you in
got in
again.
today.
Yeah, that makes, hey, whatever works, man. What works. Well, speaking of live shows and tours and stuff, you guys have just done an incredible run out in the States. I mean, I've already spoken to Chris Motionless and stuff about how if you're a fan of one of those three bands, Motionless White, Iceland Kills you guys, chances are you're a fan of all three. Like, it was a proper dream tour. How was that experience for you and getting to play for those crowds every night?
I think it was incredible. We've all known all the guys and stuff for years, and so to actually tour with them and put together this package and, just appease the fans, and they were hungry for it after the pandemic, and they showed up in droves, and it was incredible.
Yeah, I mean, it really was. The cool thing is, while it is true that there's a lot of commonality with the fans, there is also, what we found and what we were kind of, one of the things that going into it, the three bands all knew and agreed was that there is definitely people in the audience who maybe don't know a lot about the other two bands or know one band a lot or don't. And it was a lot of fun to be able to also play to fans who maybe didn't know the other bands. A Black Veil fan comes in and doesn't know Ice Nine or vice versa, whatever it is. To have an opportunity to play for an audience that ostensibly is going to dig what you're doing. Yeah. It was a lot of fun for all three bands, and also just to be able to combine a bunch of really nice people that were on the tour, and then obviously we had Lilith Czar on the tour. It was killing it every night, so it was a really fun experience to be able to go across arenas in the States. And again, I can't say anything, but we look forward to hopefully doing it again someday.
Teasing it out.
Hopefully
Fingers
someday.
crossed.
Once I get off that Ferris wheel up there, maybe we'll do it.
Maybe, you never know. Well, I mean, speaking of all these live shows as well, you finally now, of course, have had a chance to actually play some of these tunes off the record for the people. So that's always an interesting stage because, you see that great reaction to that album that it had online, but getting it in front of the people and seeing actually what's making them move, what's getting them excited, that's got to be a whole different experience. Anything surprise you about getting those album tracks actually out there on the stage?
I think the coolest thing was just we'll do Scarlet Cross and there's a break after the first chorus and the whole crowd every night would sing that line. And it's so weird for a brand new record, especially, it's a record that came out in this kind of crazy time and everything. So, but I would say Crimson Skies just fucking goes off.
Oh yeah, that's one of my favorites to play in the whole set, and so the fans love it. It's there's circle pits every night and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens here tonight.
Yeah, we've done a lot. We've done Torch, doing Born Again sometimes. We've tried to cycle in a lot, probably more than a lot of records in the past. So today we'll play some songs.
Hey, if people are feeling it, it works. I mean, we've got to mention Born Again as well because obviously that incredibly dramatic big video that came as a nice surprise. Tell me about putting that together because you guys haven't skimped on the videos on this era. This has been an interesting
There's a lot of videos.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that was also it's a concept record. There's a visual component to it. It was a record that was made when we couldn't tour.
Yeah.
So it was an opportunity to be able to show kind of what the performance of these songs would be like and give that energy. We've always been a band who, from the very beginning was Knives and Pens or whatever. In the end, these songs that are kind of like touchstone moments for people to find the band are often predicated and found through these music videos. So it was a chance for us to be able to, again, put out something that was visually dramatic. It was a chance to be able to show kind of the darker side of the record. Our manager, Blasco, was really heavily behind the production of it and had this idea and came to me and was like, what if we do this and the masks and all that? And he really drove the ship on it, and I think it turned out amazing.
It worked really, really well, guys. I mean, we've talked, obviously, loads of times before, over Zoom mainly, about the fact that this concept you've been building and the characters in this world, and people seem to really connect. I know the comics out there now and everything. It's just really, really cool. And it does beg the question, whatever comes next from you guys in terms of new material and things, do you feel like you'll still explore other avenues of this world, or do you want to go off and do something else with it now?
I don't know. We've got probably 6 to 8 songs that are what we feel is like kind of an extension of this story.
Okay.
I'm not sure how they're going to get released. Originally, we wanted to do like a part 2 and everything else, so we don't know. I mean, it may be that you're getting some singles or duologies or whatever you want to call it from this, but we've got some material that, we were just talking about it in the car the other day.
Oh yeah, it's incredible. We got the final mixes and stuff, and listening to it, I mean, there's some of my favorite Black Veil songs we've ever done. I mean, you've never sounded better. I think that we just gelled so well together during this whole process in the pandemic, and just creatively bouncing off of each other. I think this is the best we've ever been, to be honest.
I mean, I said this to you before, and I'll say it again. I fully agree. Actually, I think it's your best record, and I think you guys seem in a very, very good place. I'm very much looking forward to seeing it on stage later today. It's going to be very, very exciting,
man.
We'll
try not to screw it up.
I mean, please don't. I mean, you've been here scouting out the site long enough for a good couple of years now. You should be.
The exciting thing, I'm excited to play and not hopefully have people throw stuff at me. That's well, we did Rock 'em Ring Rocket Park, and I said on stage, it's a real pleasure to play these festivals without things being thrown at us. Like, it's really.
Now, is that not encouraging then? Just one guy who thinks it's smart ass.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying. It took a decade plus to get to the point where people are okay with us enough to not throw shit at us. So.
That's the title of the next tour. No longer throwing shit.
This again, not a name drop, but there's D. Snyder texted me about something this morning, and he's got a chapter in his book about playing here and someone throwing a shit sandwich at him. So I texted him back and said, hey, I'm heading to Donington right now, and I'm thinking about your shit sandwich. And then I reread the text, and I was like, we'll see when he gets it later today.
I have so many
hopefully.
Questions that obviously are going to be for him more than you, but really the effort that must have been put into actually making the shit sandwich.
I hope it was a shit sandwich. I read the book like 5 years ago, so I'm hoping. It would be so much worse, D, if you're watching this. I can't imagine you are. But
answers in the comments.
Please understand that I was trying to reference your book. I'm not. If there is no shit sandwich in your book, then I'm deeply apologetic for writing you at 9 a.m. saying I'm thinking about your shit sandwich.
The point is, no one throws them anymore, and you're all good. It's going to be absolutely fine. Have a great weekend, boys. Always a pleasure to see you. All right. Okay. Bye for